Hey everybody, Briar here, and today we're going to be playing some Aviary Attorney. Now, I'm probably going to be going through and playing a couple odd games here and there. I think I said it in my Betrayer video. If that's gone up yet, I don't know when I'm going to put these things up. But I've been subscribed to Humble Bundle monthly membership for about 2 months now, and I haven't played any of the games. So I'm going to make some time this week and maybe next week, and I'm going to record at least one episode of most of the games I've gotten. So, Aviary Attorney happens to be one of them. I have no idea what this game is about, but we're just going to jump right into it. Brand new game. Now, it looks neat. It looks like it's made after a storybook. January 1st, 1848. The Chateau Crinier of Baron Rogwell. Oh no! Ah, poor little frog. Saint Monsieur Grenouille? Oh mon Dieu! Damn, Cataline, what have you done? I'm gonna try and fill this up with accents. I'll probably forget every now and again. Act 1, a cat with claws. What's this little dude sound like? It's midday already. What on earth is that featherhead? Sparrow son. Well, look who finally decided to get up. Haven't you heard what they said about the early bird falcon? Too early for worms. Pass the Cabernet Sauvignon. There'll be time for that later. We've got business to handle first. Business? A letter arrived while you were sleeping. I haven't opened it yet. It's probably more junk mail. Go ahead, Sparrowson. You may have the honors. Alright. Ahem. The mustache got in my mouth. Dear Monsieur Falcon, I'm writing to you today because my daughter, Dame Cataline, has been arrested for a crime she did not commit. She's being held at La Concierge prison in charge of murder. No less. Her trial is in 3 days' time. I would be greatly in your debt if you would offer her your legal aid. Yours sincerely, Senor Poutoir Demure of Demure Estate. Well, it is quite something. I know. Your first serious client in months. Not that. The Demure Estate is well known for its exuberant wealth. Even if we cannot do much for Dame Cataline, his lordship would still reward us handsomely for our efforts. I'm going to be forgetting whose accents I apply to what and how I said them non-stop, so I apologize if I break your guys' immersion with silly voices. Wow, I suppose you intend on defending Dame Cataline in court. Hell yeah, I do. Get that money. Of course. It would be foolish to let such a good opportunity slip through our feathers. Grab your coat, Sparrowson. We're going to find our kitty client at La Concierge. Excellent. My derriere was getting tired from all this sitting around. Oh, but I better file away Senor Demure's letter first. One moment, Falcon. Poutoir's letter has been added to your evidence folder. You may access the evidence folder at any time by clicking the suitcase symbol. Input blah blah, request for legal aid. Okay. Boy, I'm gonna suck ass at this game. Ah, I nearly forgot my wallet. I wouldn't want to lose that. Again, I'll call you listening at the New Year's party. And at Christmas. Yes, alright, no need to make a list. Falcon has picked up his wallet. 20 francs. You may see how much money he is carrying at any time by clicking on the wallet symbol. Let's make a move. January 3rd, Monday. Welcome to the map screen. From here you can travel to any listed area by clicking on a location, name, or location node. Areas marked with a clock symbol take a whole day to visit. Areas with no symbol can be freely visited. Oh boy. Okay, let's go to La Concierge. For centuries, the infamous Conciergerie. I'm probably saying that all wrong. Conciergerie prison has detained and accused and the condemned alike. Words. Man, I thought I started off good. Now that I realize I'm saying shit wrong, my confidence is rattled. Falcon and Sparrowson step into the stone-cold foyer of the Conciergerie prison. Sullen-faced guards and visitors linger beneath the medieval archways. Ah, the concierge. They say that... Damn it. Conciergerie. That is a mouthful. They say this is the finest prison in the whole of France. The outer walls are impenetrable, the cells spotless, the guards well-mannered. What do you want? Good morning, monsieur. I'm here to see Dame Cataline de Meaux. I am due to represent her in court. Oh, you're a lawyer, huh? Fine, follow me. Quark. Well, what are you waiting for? Keep up. I'm gonna have fun with this. Aw. Sigh. My papa hasn't forgotten about me, has he? Surprise, bitch! Dame Cataline de Meaux, I presume. You've arrived. The fantastic lawyer, Monsieur Falcon, and his petite assistant, Sparrowson. Lady is not... What voice did I use? I don't remember what voice I used for him already. Milady is knowledgeable. Don't talk like that, Sparrowson. Sorry. My papa told me that he would only hire the best lawyers in town. I'm flattered. But they weren't available at such short notice, so he hired the first people in the address directory. Oh. You see, Falcon? I told you listing under Aviary attorney would pay off. Let's get down to business. Dame Cataline, could you fill us in on some details? Your father's letter was a little brief. I can do my best. What is it you wanted to know? Who was there that evening? Where were you? Okay, what happened the night of the murder? What exactly happened on the night of the murder? Oh, let me think. It was Friday evening, and my papa had arrived at Chateau Crinière, the home of great Baron Rogwell. My papa spent all evening talking about Monsieur Grinouille and the Baron about business stuff. Business stuff? Well, the three of them own a railway company together, so all through dinner they were talking about company shares and investments, but I really don't understand most of it. But after dinner, this man with the camera took our photograph. That was a lot more fun. Sorry, what? Man with what took your what? Camera! Camera is a new gadget. A tiny bug sits on the box with a tiny paintbrush and paints your picture very fast. In 10 minutes, poof, you have a perfect picture. Wow, technology is amazing. I don't think the lady's explanation is right, Sparrowson. Sure, let me believe. Still, the camera sounds like a special device. I'll make a note of it. Ooh, okay. Please continue, Dame Cataline. So, after we had the photograph, we went to the gardens to get some air. And then when I found the body of Monsieur Grinouille, he was all ripped open. A housemaid saw me standing over the froggy monsieur and called for help, and then the police arrived. Before I could say anything, I ended up here. It was such a blur. It must have been terrifying. It wasn't so bad. My papa taught me how to be a brave cat. Was there something else you wanted to ask? There's a lot I want to ask. I don't want to fuck this up. Who was there that evening? Dame Cataline, who attended the banquet that evening? Well, there was me and my papa. My dearest mama couldn't make it. And there was a Baron Rogwell who hosted the dinner and his housemaid, Colleen, I think she was called. Of course there was Monsieur Grinouille. Well, until he did. Then there was Monsieur Robito de Robinho, the man with the camera, but he was only there for a little while. Take note of that name! I think that was all. Was there anything else you wanted to ask? See anything suspicious? Dame Cataline, did you see anything suspicious that evening? Suspicious? Like, maybe a guy lurking in the shadows or a bloody murder weapon? Monsieur Falcon, I do believe you're looking for an easy answer. You got me. Damn. I didn't see anything, I'm afraid. The evening was very normal, the food was delicious, the conversation was boring. It was all very ordinary until the incident. I see. Wait! Falcon, you missed something of huge importance! I did? Dame Cataline, you said the food was delicious. But you didn't say what food it was! You and your damn stomach. Let me see. We had poached red herring to start, garnished with garlic butter. Go on! Then a marbled steak served perfectly bloody rare. Glorious! Falcon, write this down! What? This can't possibly be relevant to the case. Write it all down, please. For me. Fine, fine. Red herring has been added to your evidence folder. Bloody rare steak has been added to your evidence folder. Sparrowson, remind me not to let you talk to clients on an empty stomach. Come to think of it, I did find a little strange that we weren't given any cutlery. No cutlery? Even for a steak? Nope! You would think the great Baron Chateau Crinier would have gorgeous silverware, but there was none to be seen. That's a little particular. Was there anything else you wanted to know, Monsieur Falcon? No, I think that'll be all. So what's the plan now, Falcon? The way I see it, we have two tasks. We should head to Chateau Crinier and try to see the scene of the murder for ourselves, and we should try to track down this supposed photographer, Monsieur Rabicio de Rabino. 2 days for 2 tasks? Seems doable. But we should head back and get some rest first. We have a lot of... Oh, wrong voice. Wait, Monsieur Falcon, before you go, you do believe my story, don't you? I believe in justice. I thought it said, damn Cataline. Damn Cataline, I believe in a fair trial can draw the truth from any situation. I believe in justice. That's good to hear. You're not wrong, Falcon. But that's not what the lady needed to hear. You might want to work on being less of a, how does it put it? Fils de pute. Man, it's been a while since I've taken French. I have no idea what that means. If serving justice makes me a fille de pute, then I'll wear that title proudly. Someone correct me. Go Google how it's said. Dame Cataline, Marshal Quinway, Baron Wogwell, these names are all getting a bit confusing, aren't they? Not particularly. Well, it is for me. I'm going to start compiling a Facebook so that I can keep track of everyone who is. A what? A Facebook. It's a collection of people's names, pictures, and descriptions in one easy-to-carry catalog. I think I understand. Your name could use a little work, though. Sparrow sent us started compiling a Facebook. You can access a list of people. I guess he's not talking. Blah, blah, blah. Click it anytime. Let's make a move. Oh, shit. A new day. Oh, shit. Okay. But you can also quick save at any time by saving quit from the menu. You can access the pause menu by the clock symbol. Oh, man. There's a lot of shit going on. I don't want Baron Rogwell. I want the, that's what I want. I want him. Let's go talk to this bitch. He got photos. So this is the studio of the famous photographer. Shall we not? Wait, there's a note on the door. Aha! The magnificent and marvelous artist, Monsieur Rabino is currently out on an artistic expedition. We shall return when his muse sees fits. When his muse sees fits? What does that even mean? Can I use... I've got to use my mouse. I want to keep doing hand motions and stuff because I enjoy that shit, but I got to keep reaching over to the mouse like every 2 seconds. I think it means that he's a pretentious bird brain, but in any case, the artist seems to be out. What shall we do now? Knock anyway. He's probably home. He's just painting or some shit. We should knock anyway. Alright, I don't see the harm. Kick that shit in. Nope, doesn't look like he's in, Falcon. Ooh. I want that photo. Balls to the wall. Big risk, big reward. We should break in. What? Are you serious? Maybe. Marshal J.J. Falcon, I would have thought that a man of justice like yourself would be against such reckless displays of unlawful barbarism. You're right. I'm sorry. I don't know what came over. It's a brilliant suggestion. Stand back, I'm punching the door down. Wait, just like that? Shouldn't we discuss this first? Oh, no. What a bird Jesus' name was that? You said you wanted to break in. I thought we could find an open window. I didn't think you would turn into a bird-sized cannonball. Well, now we're here. We ought to make the most of it. This place is quite something. It's very... swanky. I was going to say ostentatious. That's just swanky talk for swanky. We don't have time for this. The sound of door being smashed could draw unwanted attention. We should find anything that can help our case and get out. In investigation mode, you're free to examine the scenery of a room. Click on an item of interest and Falcon will examine it closer in detail. When you've had enough and you can find nothing else to examine, click on the X button at the top right corner. Woo! Holy shit. Oh boy, I've got some opportunities. I see paints, inks, and dyes. I'm not quite sure where the clear liquid in the bottle is. I could taste test it. You could, but we don't have time for a hospital visit right now, so let's not. I see a bourgeois tigress in a profile. Nothing on the table? I see a finely dressed dandy fellow upon a horse. Appears to be a photograph of a ladder, symbolic of climbing towards success, perhaps. It looks more like a stepladder to me. Oh no, we're not getting into that old argument. Beautiful picture of the Paris skyline. Given the angle, this must have been taken from the Notre Dame Cathedral itself. Oh boy, there's so much. This is a photograph of a castle somewhere in the countryside. You know, I once had... Sorry. You know, I once had an uncle who fell off a castle rampart while on guard duty. I'm sorry to hear that. Did he die? No! He got demoted! Terrible. That sounds like shit I would say. A lighthouse? No wait, it's a man in a top hat. Actually, if I squint and turn my head sideways, it's a black smudge, Falcon! This is a tiny photograph of what appears to be a jail cell. That reminds me, how illegal is this? You know, breaking and entering, rifling through a person's belongings? It's cool, we're lawyers. It's okay. A recently passed amendment allows for the appropriate amounts of property damage in the pursuit of criminal evidence. I don't think that's correct, but your use of legal jargon makes me have faith in your credentials. Sounds like you're starting to learn the finer points of the French justice system, Sparrowson. Oh my god, this game. This is a picture of a fence. It's a fancy photo. It leaves the viewer defenseless. Out of all the pictures here, I would pick it as my favorite. Okay, I'm done. No more fence puns. Is there anything else I can look at? Chandelier. You should get one of those for the office. I don't have the money for that sort of luxury. Oh, this one. Picture of a sailing ship on a windy day. Is that it? Hey, Falcon, look! What? It's just an easel. No, look at what's on the easel. Ooh. Is that a gazelle? Okay, that's a gazelle, fat cat, and a pretty cat. Oh, wow. This must be a copy of the photograph from the evening of the murder. There's no question about it. I see a housemaid, Dame Cataline, and I think that's Signor Poutois, Cataline's father. So what shall we do? Do we just take it? Taking it might be harsh, but I mean... Ooh. Fuck it, balls to wall. Big risk, big reward. We've come this far, we might as well borrow it. Studio photograph has been added to the evidence folder. Is there anything else we need here? I think we got everything. I think we're done snooping. Let's get out of here before we draw farther attention to ourselves. Sounds good to me! Uh-oh. Oh my god! What happened to my door? Oh no. Fuck it. Go big, go home. Well, Monsieur Robinho, it's like this. You see, we are attorneys who have been hired for the purpose of... Raven! A raven did it! I saw the whole thing! What are you doing, Sparrowson? I've got this. I'm not going to jail because your conscience is acting up. Nobody's going to jail. Just take it easy. The robins! They're always after our shiny objects, am I right? Yeah, that's right. Let's make a move. Trial day's approaching fast. Right! Let's go! Oh, this game. I love it. A new day. Oh, shit. Sound Aviary Attorney's Office. No case too big or too small. No junk mail. Oh. Okay, let's go to the chateau. We've already been to the photo place. Maybe if we go on the second... Well, he comes back. You might have to go on the second day. Shit, so that means we probably should have came here on the first day. Falcon and Sparrowson enter the courtyard outside Chateau Crinier. People with dirty clothes and gaunt faces linger around the building's shadows.
Excusez-moi, messieurs. I don't mean to be a pain, but my little girl and I are sick, starving, see? I don't suppose you'd have some spare change. You have 20 francs in your wallet, what will you do?
You can have one. There you go. Stay safe, madam.
Many thanks to ya, messieurs.
That's pretty generous of you, Falcon. Times are tough. Making sure a mother and a child have something to eat is the least I can do. But what am I going to do? Standing here moralizing? Come on, Sparrowson, we've got business to do. Falcon and Sparrowson step into the pristine wooden panel foyer of the Chateau Crinier.
Wow, look at this place. Baron Wagwell must be loaded.
More than loaded, it comes to lucrative investments. The Baron is a legend. Factories, chocolate shops, hotels, railroads. The Baron owns a little bit of everything this side of the scene.
Is he here right now?
Yes. He's the smug-looking chap with the impressive mane. But we must approach a man of his stature with tact and finesse.
Hey, Baron! We'd like a word! How's that?
Sparrowson, you have the finesse of an inebriated warthog.
You can thank me later. I think I got his attention.
Oh shit! Did I hear my name, Great Baron Wagwell, property owner extraordinaire, at your service? And who might you fellows be? More investigators? Yeah, I mean, tell the truth. Not quite. We're private attorney J.J. Falcon and my associate Sparrowson. Lawyers, eh? You know you aren't the first to have passed through here today. Oh? Yes, this jumpy, twitchy fellow came by this morning, asked a bunch of questions, and hopped away before he heard the answers. Most curious. Do you know who he was, Sparrowson?
Perhaps. I have a hunch. Hunch. We'll be seeing him at the trial.
A friend of yours?
Something like that.
So, what may I do for you, messieurs? We're doing some research on Monsieur Grenouille, the frog who was killed here on Friday evening. Of course, such a tragedy. He was a good friend and a loyal business partner. I suppose you messieurs will be wanting to see the scene of the crime for yourselves. Actually, yes, that would be fantastic. Well, be my guest. You will find the garden where the murder occurred through the back doors. You may also be interested in the lounge on the second floor, third door to the right. That would be where we've gathered for a group photo prior to the... unfortunate incident.
Ah! Can we see the finished photograph?
I'm afraid not. It is to my understanding that the photograph must be developed before it can be viewed. It's a slow process. My own copy of the photograph is to be delivered in 3 days' time.
That's no good to us. The trial may be over by then.
Nonetheless, we appreciate your hospitality. Thank you, Baron. It's no trouble at all. I will be here to see you out when you are done with your investigations.
So, where shall we go first? Let's check out the garden.
I had a candle blowing and it started to smell pretty bad. You can see the smoke over here. Oh boy, my throat is hurting doing these voices. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. Dame Cataline said that she found Monsieur Grenouille on the stairs by the fountain, so this must be the very spot where the murder took place.
Hey, Falcon, do the crime scene investigation thing.
The crime scene investigation thing?
Yeah, you know, that thing where you get all eagle-eyed and analyze every object in excruciating detail.
You mean search for evidence?
Yeah, do that!
That's not a bad suggestion. I wouldn't be the first time the Parisian police have missed something right under their noses. This game. I love it. It's so good. Baron Wagwell certainly likes his horse statues.
I don't mind those horse statues, but the little cherub people creep me out. Baby should be waddling, not attempting saddleless horseback riding.
A horse statue? This one has a goofy face.
That reminds me of a joke. A horse walks into the bar and the barkeeper says,
"Why the long face?" Yes, we've heard that one.
What? No. Barkeeper says, "You've got to stop coming here. You're drinking us under the stable."
I think it's time to rein in the horse jokes. Another beautifully made horse statue. You know, my uncle once had a horse that refused to eat hay. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yep. Eventually we realized it was just filling up on horse hors d'oeuvres. Terrible. How many little things are there to examine? Really just oh. Ooh, it's the step. I can see how someone would miss that. A finely crafted horse statue. The mane almost looks lifelike. Would you say it behooves you to stroke it? No. No, I wouldn't. Let's check out the big one. This fountain is finely crafted, solid, carved marble. That can't have been cheap. I see nothing but water on the bottom of the lower basin. It's a shame we can't see inside the upper basin from here. What would be a perfect place to quickly stash a murder weapon? That's actually not a terrible line of reasoning. We ought to wade in closer to take a look, just to be sure. Yeah, I suppose we would. Oh, I apologize. I wasn't being direct enough. What I meant was... Sparrowson, go wade into the fountain and take a closer look inside the upper basin. Me? No way. You want to go wading? Do it yourself. I'm a respectable lawyer. You can't expect me to roll up my trousers and paddle into a fountain like a duck in a lake. Yeah, well, you don't pay me enough to justify getting my sweet threads wet. Look, there's only one reasonable way to settle this. We'll flip for it. Flip for it. Yep, I'll flip this 1 franc. You call the outcome, get it wrong, you go for a swim. So what'll it be? Heads or tails? Napoleon face or plant squiggles? Plant squiggles. Plant squiggles. It's called a wreath, Sparrowson. Sure, I'll bet on the plant squiggles. Here I go! It's heads. Should have gone with the old Emperor, Falcon. Ah, fine. Hold my shoes. Falcon really should learn how to spot a rigged coin flip. I almost feel bad for cheating. Almost. Ah, you're back. Had a good swim? No, I'm a bird, not a fish. But I did find a mystery item in the upper basin. It's no murder weapon, though. What's this? Brown and sticky, and it smells weird. Don't tell me what you picked up on. What's brown and sticky? Stick. Very wet cigar butt. Possibly belonging to Baron Rodwell, correct? But that shouldn't be too surprising. It's his house, after all. I'll stash it in the evidence folder, just in case. Cigar butt's been added to your evidence list. Is there anything else you want to do here? I want to look at that. Dried blood on the staircase. That's where Monsieur Grenouille died. Do you see any bloody footprints? Or maybe a name scrawled in blood, written in Frog's last breath. Wishful thinking. All I'm seeing here is a big, sticky puddle. There's nothing to indicate that the body was moved or that the frog had left a last-minute clue. All I can make out from the bloody mess is that Monsieur Grenouille was attacked and killed on the staircase. I think we got everything. Okay. I think we're done here. Good call, but are you sure you don't want to take another dip? We still have time. Don't push your luck. Let's go to the lounge now. Yeah, I mean, like, finding the cigar butt in the thing, I mean, it's gross, but a lot of people kind of flick their cigar butts and their cigarette butts into ponds and stuff. It wouldn't shock me that someone with as much money as that dude just flicks his shit wherever he wants. I mean, he's got cleaning people. Second floor, third door to the right. That must be the room where the photograph was taken. Psst! Hey, Falcon! You see that? See what? That housemaid totally just did something shifty. Shifty? I think she just pocketed something from that drawer. You should totally call her out on it. Excuse me, mademoiselle. Yes? Are you two policemen? No, we're private attorneys. My name's J.J. Falcon. I'm Sparrowson. Oh, how rude of me. My name is Colette Duhau. So, what can I help you, messieurs, with today? We're investigating the murder that took place last week. Do you mind if we ask you a couple of questions? That's fine. Let me grab a chair. Yeah. That's better. What was it you wanted to ask? Is there something we should know? You were a little nervous when we came in. You thought we were police officers. Is there something we ought to know? Anything you need to confess? No. I suppose I'm just a little nervous after the drama of last week. Pressure. Big risk. Are you sure there isn't anything you're hiding? It's okay to tell us. We're defense attorneys. That means we help people get away with criminal acts. Right, and... Oh, wait, what? No, that's not an accurate job description, Sparrowson. It isn't? Oh. What do we do then? I'll tell you later. Honestly, messieurs, I have nothing to hide. Was there something else you wanted to ask? Okay. We're looking for the room where the photograph was taken prior to the incident. Would you happen to know whether this is the right room? Oh yes, you're in the right place. I saw the photography session for myself. Let's see. The cameraman was standing just about where you're standing, actually, Monsieur Falcon. Where was the camera pointed? Right at the clock above the mantelpiece. The Baron insisted on using that very location. Now that I'm looking at it, something isn't right about that clock. I know! The painting on it totally clashes with the decor. I'm thinking more along the obvious lines. The clock has no hands. Oh, that clock has never had hands in all the years I've worked here. I think Baron Rockwell just keeps it for a conversation piece. Well, we're conversing about it, so I guess it's working. It's particular in detail, though. I'll make a note of it. Okay, so we're just going to make a whole episode of this. We're running at like 30 minutes by the time you guys see this, I guess. I don't have anything to really condense down. So we're just going to make a whole episode out of this first act. Unless it runs like exceptionally long. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Is there something else you wanted to ask? No further questions. Thank you, mademoiselle. You've been a huge help. It's no problem, messieurs. Actually, there is something. I know you two saw me stealing as you came in. I appreciate that you didn't give me the third degree about it. You see, I'm trying to save up to follow my dreams and, well, never mind, I'm rambling. There's no problem, mademoiselle. To be honest, we have much larger crime to worry about. Although, I should probably ask, I don't suppose you've been stealing anything else? Silverware, perhaps? Ooh. Ah, you know about that? Yeah, I suppose that was me. It started with a couple teaspoons. I didn't think the Baron would miss those. But, yeah, I suppose the habit got a little away from me. That's one mystery solved, at least. Alright. Oh, I totally skipped that. I see. So, where to next, Big Bird? I mean, I guess we're done. Did you, messieurs, have a good look around? I trust everything was in order. We had a good look, thank you, Baron, but we actually have some questions for you. Please, ask away. I have nothing to hide. Baron Rockwell, I would like to ask you about your activities on the night of the murder. Oh, am I in trouble? Well, we'll see, yeah. It remains to be seen. Does it now? I don't particularly care for your tone. I'm just asking questions, Baron. If you have nothing to hide, then you should be able to give a straight answer. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I like the look of worry. Listen well, Gaston. I make more money in 10 minutes than you make in a week. I pay extortionate amounts of taxes to the government so that the law lackeys like you keep your cozy jobs. And yet you have the audacity to walk into my home and accuse me of being a murderer. You have 10 seconds to get off my property, or I will ensure that the next trial you attend will be your own. Damn! Could have gone better. Don't say anything. What was it you told me when we went in? Let's act with tact and finesse. Shut up. What was it you called me? A drunken warthog? I don't need this. I'm going back to the office. Oh my goodness, this game is incredible. Yeah, I mean, I guess we don't have anything else. I mean, it was a 3-day thing. We're on the 3rd day. Falcon and Sparrowson stand in the marble portico of the Palace de Justice, awaiting the opening of the Tribunal de Grand Instance. Are you nervous, Falcon? Nope. Nope, we've got this case in the bag. Look at my feathers. See? Totally unruffled. Wow! Well, at least one of us is feeling confident. I feel like we did pretty good. Monsieur Falcon, Petit Sparrowson, is there anything you need me to do? No, we've got a handle on things. Falcon was just telling me how confident he was feeling about the case. That's wonderful. I just know you two will pull through. Let's move it along, fellas. I'll be watching from inside. Do your best for me, Monsieur Falcon. We will! Are we ready? Yeah, we're ready. Oh boy. Boss mode. Alright, settle. Alright, settle down. Is everybody here? J.J. Falcon present. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Rupert Rabbitson ready. Oh, present. The ready is prosecution, Your Honor. Oh, darn, that's not it. Oh gosh, where are my notes? Ha! I knew it!
Knew what?
Rupert and I went to Paris Law School together, and he was in all of my classes.
Oh, was he smart?
No! He always scored the second worst marks in class. I can only assume that he bumbled through the final exams on the luck of his 2 rabbit's feet. Unless he improved considerably, you might already have this trial in the bag.
That's good to know. But say, Sparrowson, if Rupert scored the second lowest marks in class, who scored the lowest?
I choose to exercise my right to not self-incriminate. Here it is. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Are the jury all present?
All present and accounted for, Your Honor. Hey, Falcon, I thought there were only 6 members of the jury for the cases like this. Why do I count 8?
Oh, those 2 birds with the funny hats are ancieurs, the associate judges. I don't know shit about law.
Everything seems to be in order.
Let us begin. The court is now in session for the trial of Dame Cataline de Meaux.
Oh, it's de meow. Like a cat. Shit.
Prosecution, please call your first witness to the stand.
Oh gosh, we're all ready? Okay, I choose to call the officer in charge of the murder investigation, Inspector Valteri, to the witness stand.
Inspector Valteri, please approach the stand and recite the oath. As you will, Your Honor. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Monsieur, no, Inspector, please state your, name and occupation for the record.
My name is Inspector Juste Valteri. I am a servant of the law, a scourge of the gutter rats and the plague this city. I have enforced the law for over 20 years, and I shall continue until I bring the infamous Viridian killer to justice. My path begins 18 years ago. Let's stick with the questions, Inspector. Of course, Your Honor. Oh god, that voice hurts. I'm having fun with this, though.
Oh great, I was hoping we would have one of those bumbling, cuddly officers, but instead we're stuck with the lawful goody two-shoes. I bet this guy could
Oh, okay. Never mind, I was about to say that real wrong.
Turn in his mother if you saw her letter. So, Inspector, is it true that you're the lead investigator on the case?
That is correct. I am also among the first to arrive at the scene of the crime.
Then perhaps you can walk us through what you witnessed upon your arrival.
Absolutely. Just after 7:30, we were alerted and brought to the scene by the housemaid of Baron Rogwell. At the scene of the crime, we found Dame Cataline de Meaux. She was standing over the corpse of Monsieur Grenouille with his blood on her paws.
Well, that sounds like an open and shut case in my humble opinion. No more questions, Your Honor?
Bloodied paws? Nobody told me that detail.
Keep it together, Falcon. You're about to give the opportunity to cross-examine the witness. That's your opportunity to find flaws in the inspector's testimony.
Of course. I know this. You may begin your cross-examination, Monsieur Falcon. Oh shit. Is it like a boss fight? We're gonna deal damage to that fucking truth bar? Cross-examine the witness to find any flaws in his testimony. Select a key phrase that you find suspicious, and Falcon will press the witness for information. Ask the right question to bring the truth to light. Avoid pressing for pointless details. The judge and jury don't like having their time wasted. Select a statement to question. Okay, he was sliced open. Blood on her paws. Inspector, you say Dame Cataline had blood on her paws. Correct! Blood hung to her fur like guilt to a convict.
Oh! It was the stake! It was the stake!
Oh, shit! I'm getting pumped! Whose blood was it? Ha! What a question! It was Monsieur Grenouille's, of course. How can you be so sure?
I object. That line of questioning is absurd. There's only one murder victim that night, Falcon. The blood on Dame Cataline's paws could have only been belonging to one person, Monsieur Grenouille. Judge! Falcon's trying to delay the trial by asking pointless questions.
I'm afraid the prosecution may have a point, Monsieur Falcon. Do you have any reason to suspect the blood belonging to someone other than Monsieur Grenouille?
I hella do.
I do, Your Honor. Actually, I have more than suspicion. I have evidence that the blood on Dame Cataline's paws had nothing to do with the murder.
This is foolish time wasting. Falcon, the blood on Dame Cataline's paw didn't come from the victim. Where did the blood come from?
Missing silverware. On the evening of the murder, silverware went missing. Hold your horses, Falcon. You're getting ahead of yourself. Am I? Yep. The rabbit asked where the blood came from. Let's answer the question directly. Aw, then we can start showing off the... Okay, alright. Kudos for thinking ahead. Go ahead and pat yourself on the back. What are you two muttering about? Hurry up and show us the blood and the lady where it came from. The steak. Bloody and rare. On the evening of the murder, Dame Caterline ate a bloody rare steak. Is this true, Monsieur Rabbington?
Well, in a manner of speaking, I suppose steak may have been on the menu.
Then, Inspector, would you acknowledge the possibility that the blood on the lady's paws did not belong to the victim, but to the steak? Well...
Wait, don't, answer that, Inspector.
It is a possibility.
No!
Oh god, this game, guys. I hope you guys are having fun with this. I hope you're not, like, irritated with me doing all these voices or anything like that. Gained a little favor with the jury. Oh, yeah. So, Inspector Valteri, is it possible that you arrested an innocent bystander simply for being a messy eater? Now, hold on just 1 minute, Falcon. You're overlooking something quite crucial. Dame Caroline is an elegant bourgeois kitten. She was no doubt brought up with, flawless etiquette and perfect table manners. At the banquet, she could have eaten steak with a fork in her left hand and a knife in her right, like any proper civilized animal. How could she have possibly gotten blood on her paws in such good manners? Oh, that's a good question. Or at least it would be an ordinary dinner banquet, but as it happens, something was missing from the particular banquet. Something that forced Dame Caroline to eat with her paws. Silverware. Boom. Dame Caroline was forced to eat steak with her paws because the silverware of the household had been previously stolen.
Stolen? I don't recall any mention of the police report.
We weren't aware of the anything missing from the Rogwell residence. We were performed in the initial investigation. But as it happened, Baron Rogwell approached us on the very subject last night. Ah! Ooh, what a twist. You gained a little favor with the jury. What is the meaning of all this? Bloody steak, misplaced silverware. Inspector, was your investigation to lax that you overlooked these basic facts in your initial report? Lax? My investigation, Judge, I assure you I am the most thorough investigative officer on the force. Then it's amazing that the Parisian police managed to solve any crimes at all.
Oh dear.
Be on your way, Inspector. Perhaps do a little inspecting for your next case. Fine. So be it. Bonjours. Until next time.
Oh boy.
Prosecutor, I trust your next witness is ready.
Yes, of course, Your Honor. I call upon, let's see, Monsieur Robinho, the, photographer who attended the banquet at the night of the murder.
Monsieur Robinho, please approach the stand and recite the oath. What was that?
How does it go? I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. It is a little cliché, to be perfectly honest. Could, witness please introduce himself for the, court record? Huh! As if anybody in this courtroom does not immediately recognize me. I am the great Monsieur Robinho, cutting-edge photographer and visionary. I don't take people's pictures, I capture the very essence. Je suis l'artiste Pete. You may have seen my works in hit magazines Lacroix or C'est Chateau. Sure? I can send you tweets if you like.
What on earth is a tweet?
Bird communication. Come on, Falcon, it's the 19th century. Get with the times already.
Yes, your work is very, impressive, Monsieur Robinho. But let's get down to business. Could you tell us your, activities were on the night of the murder? Very well. I was hired by Baron Rockwell to capture the evening's events. I arrived at 7 in the evening. I pointed my camera and captured the beauty of the banquet in one fantastic photograph. Then, I billed Baron Rockwell and left.
Whew. Like a true artist. And, with regards to the photograph itself, who did you photograph?
I thought you might ask. I brought a copy so that you can all see for yourselves.
Oh, very good. Let's take a closer look. My word, this is an exquisite picture, isn't it? So let's see. Who do we have here?
And, oh, wait, wrong voice.
In the middle, we see, Baron Rogwell, the lion who hosted the event.
On the left we see Signor Putois de Mio, the father of defendant Dame Cataline. And finally we see, Colleen Duo, who I suspect may have snuck in the picture uninvited. As you can see, two people are clearly absent from the photograph, the first victim and Monsieur Grenouille. The second is the defendant, Dame Cataline de Mio. Quite suspicious, wouldn't you agree? Just a moment, Monsieur Robbington. This proves nothing. So the defendant and the victim were not in the photograph. Were not photographed with the others. That does not mean that they were in the garden at that point. Hold your horses, Falcon. I'm not done yet. The prosecution may continue. Behind the photograph subjects, we see a wall clock with the time set at, 7:30? Now, why is that time significant? Well, as Inspector Voltaire told us earlier, that was the exact time the murder took place. Do you see, Falcon? Every suspect has an alibi at the time of the murder, save for Dame Cataline herself. Hey, Falcon, that photograph doesn't look right. It looks different to the one we borrowed from Arbinio's studio. I see it, too. Our photograph shows Colleen Duon, Dame Cataline, and Signor Putois. But Monsieur Robinho's photograph shows Baron Rogwell where Dame Cataline should be standing. If we assume that only one photograph was taken, then this demonstrates that one of the photographs must have been edited in some way. You should just slam the eviction down and be like, Bam! Inconsistency, this whole courtroom is out of order. Case closed. I can't do that. I suppose you could be a little more delicate with your words. No, I mean, I can't do that because our evidence was illegally obtained. If I were to present Monsieur Robinho would ask how we acquired it, and the whole trial would derail. In the worst case scenario, I could lose my legal license and we would be arrested for theft. Well, we don't want to do that. No. I should tread lightly. Your Honor, I would like to cross-examine the witness. Very well, the defense may proceed. It's a waste of time if you ask me. Photographers are rock-solid evidence. Whew. Select a statement to question. 7 p.m. Camera. Photograph. Okay, let's talk about that photograph. Let's take a closer look at this photograph. I see a mistake. Just to clarify, Monsieur Robinho, photographs are a direct reflection of reality, are they not? That's correct. The photograph process leaves no room for bias or inaccuracies. That is most curious because I see a mistake. A mistake? Impossible. I just told you, Monsieur, the camera is perfect. Unbiased device. The photographs it produces are flawless. Falcon, I'm not seeing any mistakes. Perhaps you would like to be more specific? Certainly. The clock, right? Because it didn't have hands? The clock in the photograph, there's something not right about it. Isn't that convenient? The defense sees something wrong with a key piece of the evidence that implements his client. Don't give me that cocky tone, Monsieur Rabbington. I have evidence that there's something wrong with the clock in that picture. Ooh. The photograph clearly shows the clock hands pointing at 7 and 6. That much was self-evident. Which is most curious because the clock on the Lounge Chateau Criniere has no hands! It has no hands? The clock is merely a decorative piece, a talking item. Feel free to ask Baron Rogwell or his housemaid if you have any doubts. Monsieur Robinho, how do you explain this discrepancy? I don't know. There must be some sort of mistake. My camera is flawless. There's no mistake, Monsieur. Your photograph depicts something that does not exist in the real world. Maybe there was an error in the printing process. An error precisely where the clock hands should be? Please, Monsieur, don't patronize us. Allow me to offer a more plausible explanation. You, Monsieur Robinho, edited this photograph. Edited? I'm no expert, but I suspect you used paint or ink to carefully put hands on the clock. It would have been a simple task considering the clock face was bare. One would even speculate that you specifically chose to include a handless clock in the photograph just to simplify the editing process. Falcon, your reasoning is absurd. Why would the witness do such a thing? Is it not obvious? By showing the photograph to have taken place precisely 7:30, it clears all the photographs. But I didn't read the last of that. In other words, Monsieur Robinho created a perfect alibi. Ooh? Of course, this raises further questions. Who is the witness protecting? And why? Ooh. Damn, Falcon, putting it on him. And why was Monsieur Robinho coerced? Bribed? threatened? Enough silence. Let's hear some answers, Monsieur Robinho.
Fine! You've got me! I'm guilty! I did it all!
Oh, shit. Are you confessing to the murder of Monsieur Grenouille? No, it's the clock.
What?
No. I have no idea who killed the phone. I'm just admitting the guilty of the product of fraudulent photographs. I was ordered to make changes to the printed photographs, and yes, that included adding hands to the clock. You were ordered by who?
I did not say.
Monsieur Robinho, I strongly advise you to answer the defense questions. You have pledged to speak without fear, after all.
With respect, Judge, I fear his claws. No more than I fear the punishment of the justice systems. I shall name no names.
His claws? His claws? Did you hear that, Falcon? This is most unfortunate. Monsieur Robinho, we cannot and shall not torture names out of you. We do not live under ancient regime after all. But since you have admitted to falsifying evidence that we cannot keep you on the stand as a witness, take your leave. You shall be charged with perjury in due conscience.
I can't protest. That's the least I deserve for my failure as an artiste. Good day, messieurs.
I feel like that was a big favor. Come on now. So the clock's hands were painted on, so what? It doesn't matter. The photograph still depicts Dame Cataline as absent close to the time of the murder. That's significant. Don't be dense, Monsieur Rabington. If the photograph is not completely genuine, then it cannot be considered reliable evidence. Why not? It's still a portrayal of the night's events. Because if we accept that one part of the picture was edited, then we must accept the possibility other parts were too. It is possible that Dame Cataline was painted out. Even worse, it's possible that another person painted in. We know that the witness was trying to cover for someone, so all possibilities must be accounted for. So what are you saying, Falcon? That the housemaid paid the photographer, or was it Senor Pertois de Meaux, perhaps? De Meaux, damn it. I don't think so. The housemaid lacks a means or motive, and it would make sense for Senor Pertois to implicate his own daughter. Well, surely you're not suggesting that the honest and beloved Baron Wagwell deliberately tried to frame Dame Cataline, because that would be the most outlandish theory yet. The Baron is a pillar of our community. He would never do such a thing. Monsieur Rabington, I'm not here to throw accusations. That's the job of you, the prosecutor. However, perhaps I should offer... Oh, shit. Perhaps I should offer my opinion.
But, Baron, it's not, time for your witness testimony yet.
So you would think, prosecutor. Yet I see my good reputation being tarnished by your incompetence.
Incompetence?
Indeed. Let us proceed with the witness questioning. Is that fine with you, Judge? Yes, I suppose that's fine. Very good, and I trust that the defense has no objections. No objections here. Fantastic. Oh, but before I forget, I pledge to speak without fear and prejudice, etc., etc. Now, prosecutor, ask me about what I witnessed over the course of the evening.
Okay, Baron Rockwell. On the night of
The initial dinner went magnificently. The photographer arrived. Monsieur Grenouille left to visit the garden. Dame Cataline followed behind him moments later. Senor Pertois, Monsieur Robinho, and myself were engaged in conversation, so we paid her no mind. After the photographer had left, my housemaid left to go find Monsieur Grenouille and Dame Cataline. That would have been when I heard her cry for help.
Thank you, Baron. I think we all know the story from there. I would like to cross-examine the witness.
Do you doubt my integrity, garçon?
Ooh, garçon. Ooh, he called me boy. Big old pompous bitch. I'm here to just uncover the truth, Baron.
Very well then, hit me with your best shot. Let us establish with absolute certainty that I, Baron Rodwell, am an honest man.
The defense may proceed with the cross-examination. Ooh, boss mode. Oh shit. Oh boy. Shit, I don't know any of this. Oh boy. Do I have evidence? Oh boy. The cigar was found at the bottom of the fountain in the Broadwell garden. It can only be reached with a little waiting. Oh boy. Oh boy. He would have... Oh shit. Okay. Baron Rogwell, I have a couple of questions about your housemaid. Ooh. Ooh, shit. Boys, I'm getting excited. Ooh! Does your housemaid smoke cigars? Huh.
Well, that's a question that came out of left field. Definitely not. Mademoiselle Duo detests the smell of tobacco. I see. Putting together a bigger picture, are we? I think so. The pieces are slowly falling into place. Do you have another question about the housemaid? Yes? Oh, never mind. Let's not worry about her being a thief. On second thoughts, we've talked about the housemaid enough already, haven't we? Let's change the subject. Well, shit, no, should we? Fuck, I'm gonna fuck this up. She's a thief! Your housemaid is a thief. She has stolen numerous valuables from your household, including all the silverware. I object, that's not a question. Alright, let me rephrase that. Baron, why did you not immediately report to the police when you discovered that your housemaid was stealing from you? Is a man is obligated to report every act of theft that they witness. Now, legally, I suppose, I chose not to incriminate the poor girl because I felt it would be needlessly harsh. I know letting a criminal run loose in a foreign concept to many you lawyer types, but I'm sure you understand the concept of mercy. What other questions could I have? Okay, no, she doesn't have anything. Okay. Oh boy. I'm ballsing it up. He didn't give me anything good to work with. Let's visit the garden. Okay. Baron, we saw the murder scene in your garden for ourselves. What's with all the horses? Baron Wogwell, when was the last time you ventured into your own garden? As it happens, I have quite serious allergies. I haven't been in my garden. Ooh. Years, you say? Indeed. I hope he didn't say he threw it out a window or something. Baron, I do not wish to call you a liar, but that claim does not hold up to scrutiny. Oh, and why is that? Because we have hard evidence that you visited the garden recently. Balderdash! My word is gold. Show the court this so-called hard evidence that I've been in my garden. Motherfucking cigars. This was found in your garden. To be specific, it was found inside the fountain basin. Right beside where the murder occurred. A cigar butt? That could belong to anybody, and... Prosecutor, please shut your mouth. I can speak for myself. Okay, sorry, Baron. That is indeed the remnants of one of my cigars, but I must apologize, Monsieur Falcon, for I misunderstood your initial question. Okay. You see, prior to the banquet, I hadn't visited my own garden in years, but naturally, after hearing the housemaid's cry for help on the evening of the murder, I rushed outside. I was shocked and disgusted by what I saw. That must have been when I dropped my half-smoked cigar into the fountain basin. See, Falcon, there's a perfectly reasonable explanation. I wouldn't find that believable if the cigar were casually discarded, but as it happens, the cigar butt was found in the fountain's upper basin, a location that could only be accessed with great inconvenience. And a little paddling. The cigar butt was not dropped, it was deliberately hidden. There are any number of possible explanations. Are there? Because I can only think of one, and that is you, Baron Wogwell, deliberately hid your cigar butt to disguise your own illicit activities. Did I now? And what illicit activities would those be? You want me to spell it out? Fine. Let's put everything on the table. You, Baron Wogwell, murdered Monsieur Grenouille. That is what you were trying to keep hidden. Directly accusing me of murder? How shamelessly brazen. What a ludicrous accusation, Falcon. The Baron is an upstanding citizen of the highest order. Your allegation is baseless. You have no evidence, no means, motives, or opportunity. No evidence? Think harder, Monsieur Rabbington. Every piece of evidence points to Baron Wogwell as the prime suspect. You know what that means? The Baron certainly had the means. His lion claws are sharp as the surgeon's blades. Cutting a frog's belly would be trivial to him. Even Monsieur Robinho confessed just moments ago he feared his claws. Ridiculous. I would never threaten a man with violence. You want the motive? The Baron had at least 10,000 francs worth of motive. By removing the business partner, the Baron's share of Railroad Company increased from 1/3 to 1/2. This is preposterous. And finally, the Baron had the opportunity. No, he crafted the perfect opportunity. He arranged a small bank with a very select number of guests. He was aware of the missing silverware, and yet he served steak, a food item that necessitates good cutlery. Why? To bloody the hands of his guests, of course. Then he hired an easily influenced photographer and staged a very specific picture in order to build a perfect alibi for himself. Photographing the guests in front of the handless clock make for easy editing and is quite an ingenious plan, it must be said. Prosecutor, are you going to let this slanderous yarn go uncontested? Say something! Object! You're pitifully useless. After executing the murder, the Baron found himself still holding a single piece of incriminating evidence where he finished his cigar. He knew that leaving it at the crime scene would raise suspicion, but he didn't have the time to properly dispose of it. So out of desperation, he threw it into the fountain out of sight as his guest and he's snooping police. I imagine the Baron was hoping to implicate Senor Pertois de Miao, since he would ensure local control of his railway company. Alas, Dame Cataline was the first to happen upon the crime scene, so the Baron improvised. This is an outrage. Judge, I demand you disbar this ranting lunatic. No! There is only one outrage here. That is a man like yourself is able to abuse his wealth and status to frame an innocent girl for murder. Your bourgeois is the worst kindness. How dare you, Gaston? You utter nerve for a lying scumbag of a lawyer to accuse philanthropists like myself of something so heinous. I'm nothing but a fat cat bourgeois. I'm respectable, hardworking capitalist. No, you're a ruthless man who would slaughter a dear friend just to reap a few francs. You incredulous whelp. I ought to gut you right here now like that damn frog. Woo! Damn. Could someone please restrain the Baron? I'm on it, Your Honor. Let's go, old man, to the conciergerie with you. Don't touch me, you filthy jackdaw. I can walk myself. Whew. This is quite a turn of events. Does the prosecution have anything to add? Well, in a manner of speaking, well, to be honest with you, no. Then I shall now confer with the members of the jury to come to my decision. I ask that the animals of the court please be patient in this time. Falcon, that was pretty incredible. Thank you. I just hope it was enough. What do you mean? You just proved Cataline's innocence. Look at not guilty for verdict for sure. Sparrowson, I think you've misunderstood something important about the justice system. What's that? I haven't proved anything. As lawyers, we cannot deal in proofs. It's just not possible. All we can do is organize the evidence and convincingly explain what it suggests. I haven't proved Cataline's innocence. All I've done is demonstrate that there's a significant possibility that she's not guilty. I'm not sure that I understand the difference. Whew, shit. I normally wouldn't drink or eat anything in front of the camera, but man, this is taking a toll. We've reached a decision. In light of the recent revelations, it is clear that the error of judgment was made in the initial arrest. On that note, we unanimously find the defendant, Dame Cataline de Miao, to be not guilty. Boom, 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 boom. Fuck yeah. Not guilty. Monsieur Falcon, Petit Sparrowson, you did it. Yeah, I suppose we did, didn't we? We should head back to the office so we can celebrate properly. You did it, Falcon! I can't take all the credit. This was a group achievement. I'm so proud of both of you. I will get one bottle of wine and at least 3 or 4... and 3 of our least dirty glasses. You are amazing, Monsieur Falcon. It was nothing. I very much like the way you pinned the murder on the Baron. That was an act of sheer genius. Well, I didn't pin anything. Sparrows and I just worked at unveiling the truth, given the facts of the case. Monsieur Falcon, there's no need to play coy. The case is over. Play coy? Don't tell me you're actually being sincere. I'm completely lost. Oh wow, I thought the goody-goody thing was an act, but you actually don't know. Alright, I'll spell it out for you. You want butt? Who? Oh no! I murdered Major Greenouille. I saw him in the garden, all drunk and vulnerable, and I seized my opportunity. What? No. There's nothing personal, just business. You understand? Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Business? To increase my papa's share in the train company, of course. My papa always said that the drunk old frog was the weakest link. Your confession doesn't make any sense at all. I found Baron Rogwell's cigar butt hidden in the garden. Oh. I put that there. I expected the police to find it, but I suppose that was putting too much faith in the brains of Paris' finest. But Falcon proved that Major Robinho's photograph was edited. It was. I wasn't in the picture because I was busy paying a visit to Major Greenouille in the garden. My papa knew I needed an alibi, so he ordered Major Robinho to paint me over Baron Rockwell and to add hands to the clock. But that lazy artist didn't manage to finish altering either photograph by trial day. It's a good thing that Major Falcon was so imaginative, because that could have gone very badly. What's with the silence? You should both be proud. There aren't many lawyers in the whole of France who would have won a case like this, even for a bourgeois kitty like me.
I think you should leave.
Fine, so much for celebrations. Here's the payment for your services straight out of my papa's pockets. Well, adieu, Monsieur Falcon. Adieu, petit Sparrowson.
What do we do now?
Falcon? Oh my gosh, no! Oh man, okay guys, so that is the end of Act 1. I don't know how long this game is, but I mean, we covered a good little bit of it. I mean, this video is going to be an hour long, so, you know, let me know what you guys thought. Leave me a comment down below. You know, did you enjoy the voices? Do you want to see more of this game? I mean, I wouldn't mind playing it, but, I only want to play what you guys want to see. Every now and then I'll probably do, you know, some stuff that I want to do, but really I just want to, I'm fine with entertaining you guys, so let me know what you think. Leave me a comment, like, subscribe if you feel like it, you know, tell me if you'd like different voices. I'll do my best. I like doing voices, so let me know what you guys think, and as always, thank you guys for coming.